that performance last night by the Browns, and certainly that rushing attack, the Pittsburgh Steelers fan base, if they have to choose one thing that they hate the most, right, it would be losing to the Browns.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Absolutely.
And then being run through by the Browns. That's the one. Run over by them.
Man, I can't imagine what Steelers Twitter was last night.
That's the one. Run over and run through by them. And certainly in a game that they led at halftime 14-13, because for the first time in, about 9 quarters, you would say, they started to try and let's see if George Pickens can make a play. Mm-hmm. And the catch that Pickens made was Odell Beckham-like, and you could see that on Twitter. Oh, my God, it was like Odell again. And then you take a look at it and like, yeah.
It might have been better.
That's a conversation piece, which you never thought you'd have to say, but what a grab.
Look at that.
The 36-yarder was more yards than he had in his first 2 games combined. Yeah. And, that's the point here is like, can we throw it deep? Can we throw it down the field? And Trubisky did throw a lot outside the numbers last night. It was just the efficiency problem that you have when you're Pittsburgh on offense and you go 1 for 9 on third downs. That's the one. Oh, my gosh. And then you keep putting your defense without T.J. Watt right back on the field. 1 for 9 on third. If you just get 33% of them. Just get me 2 more first downs on third down. Maybe you don't put Chubb back on the field and he doesn't run over your guys. But that was the issue last night. That was the issue, was when they needed to find that 1 more first down and keep from getting off the field. Just couldn't do it. Trubisky couldn't get it done. And so this is what happens when you're 1-2 and folks look around and say, okay, we're 0-6 now all time without T.J. Watt, and he's going to be gone for a while. And all right, had we not gotten that break in week 1 by having the Bengals kicking game completely thrown off by a long snapper injury, we'd be 0-3. And when you are looking for a spark in the NFL, and you're a team that just drafted a rookie quarterback whose fan base is quite familiar with because he played his college ball right on the doorstep, right in the same building as the Steelers, you know where it's going to go. And Mike Tomlin, this isn't his first rodeo, so he knew the question would come after the game. Certainly, it's a short week game, meaning they now have a little extra time on the back end to get, say, their rookie quarterback, Kenny Pickett, up to speed in time for their week 4 home date at Acrisure against the Jets. Well, here's what Mike Tomlin had to say on that subject last night.
Mike, heading into the mini bye that you guys have, do you consider making any changes, whether quarterback play calling?
I'm not in that mindset. I'm interested in reviewing this tape and looking at the totality of it and figuring out how we collectively get better. So the answer to that question is definitively no.
Okay.
Shutting it down.
Definitively.
Shutting it down. Deontay Johnson had one go through his hands, didn't he, last night? I mean, it was a nicely thrown ball by Trubisky. And like I said, just give me a couple more first downs on third down, and you might win last night's game. You might not throw your defense back out there in the third quarter and watch a 6-minute long drive that just resulted in a field goal, by the way. 16-14. That's a winnable football game last night. And so I'm not surprised Tomlin is going to stick to his guns, because guess what? This isn't like who's the last coach to get got in the NFL because the rookie quarterback they just drafted wasn't believed in by the coach in a way, and he got. His name is Anthony Lynn here in Los Angeles. Remember that when Justin Herbert came in and won a football game, and all of a sudden it's still Tyrod Taylor's job, and he was just trying to be, I guess, old school coach, saying you don't lose your job around here due to a wayward
doctor's needle,
right? But Tomlin's not going to get got. Period. End of story. He knows his team better than most. You got to believe in him and trust him. But the Steelers fans are going to start howling. And I don't know if he cares. Problem for them is their offense doesn't look very efficient, certainly not on third down. Najee Harris hasn't gone off yet. I don't know if he's 100% himself. And TJ Watt, without whom the Steelers have yet to win a game since he's been drafted out of Wisconsin, he's not walking through that door for quite some time. So Tomlin is going to stick with Trubisky and tamp it all down. He's not going to go for this whole Pickett stuff. And then you look at the Steelers' schedule down the road. There's a bye week right there at week 9. I think he wants to go through with Trubisky right up to that and see. Give him 8 games. Give him 8 games. 3's not enough. We're marathoning. We're not sprinting. His job's not in any danger. Tomlin, he doesn't care. He just thinks he knows best, and I don't blame him. Guy's got a proven track record, and I know that's potentially dismaying to some Steeler fans who still don't understand why they don't like their coach. But you got that. That's where I think that's my interpretation of emphatically no thoughts right now.
Rich, Najee did have a great touchdown run yesterday with the stiff arm and then just kind of blasting his way.
Right. When I've said that he hasn't had one of those games like Chubb.
Like Chubb had,
where he goes for 3 digits and he's going to just grind you down. We haven't seen that yet.
Yep.
And then, hey, maybe we start flipping it up to George Pickens a little bit more and see what happens.
I think so.
Good thing. See what happens.
Dude can make plays.
Because guess what? That wasn't a 50-50 ball. That was like a 99-1 ball.
Yeah, no one was catching that.
Or I should say 199 ball.
Right,
No.
And
he made it look like 50-50. So maybe that's what we do. But he also, jumped off sides on the onside kick, rookie stuff. And again, we're not there in practice. We're not there in the locker room.
Like you said, Rich, give him games. If by game 8 he's still jumping off sides doing stuff, that's one thing. But he's rookie, he's still learning. You got to. This takes time.
Well, it's the same thing with Trubisky as well.